Hi, it's me. Number 10, a bird's brain. You may not know this, but birds are actually quite intelligent. Some species of birds can even recognize themselves in the mirror. That would mean that they have a self-awareness similar to humans. Scientists have been studying this for years, trying to figure out if birds can understand that they are living beings just like us. Well, they seem to be able to recognize themselves in a mirror by looking at their reflection and then touching their own head. They do this same action when they look at other birds and when they see their own reflection. Basically, it seems like birds think that the bird in the mirror is another bird until it realizes that it's itself. This is the same test that scientists use on primates, great apes, and dolphins. And so far, only these animals have passed. Now, we know that some birds can be as smart as a dog. Can you believe that? No. 9. Hoatzin. There is a bird that has claws on its wings. It's called a hoatzin. The bird is mainly found in South America. Its scientific name is Apicicamus hoatzin. It has claws on its wings that help it climb into trees. These claws are hooked and look a lot like those of a hawk or an eagle. They help the bird grab onto branches while it's climbing. It uses its beak to pull itself up and its claws to hang on. The strange thing about these birds is that they don't fly very well. Their wings are pretty small compared to their bodies, so they aren't built for flying. They can glide from tree to tree though, and they sometimes do that instead of flapping their wings. They also have flat heads and no neck, which makes them look kind of weird. No. 8. Flightless cormorant. This is a large black bird with a thick-set body and short wings. It's called a flightless cormorant. They're usually found on islands in the Indian Ocean. These birds are related to chickens and have evolved over time to become flightless. This means that they cannot fly, but they are excellent swimmers. They dive underwater to catch fish and other prey. Sometimes they will steal each other's food, and because they can't fly, they run around on land on their webbed feet. They look like they're dancing. Scientists think that these birds evolved from white-throated cormorants that flew over from Madagascar. Maybe they were blown off course by a storm and landed on the island of Mauritius. Over hundreds of years, they evolved and changed until they could no longer fly back to Madagascar. Number 7. Kiwi. The kiwi is one of the most famous birds of New Zealand. It's a flightless bird related to the extinct moa. It has brown feathers and a long beak that it uses to probe for food in the ground. Kiwis live in burrows that they make by digging with their beaks. They feed on insects and other invertebrates. They're also scavengers and will eat dead animals if they find them. One interesting thing about kiwis is that they come in different sizes. There is the little spotted kiwi, the brown kiwi, the great spotted kiwi, and the koeka. They can weigh anywhere between 2 and 13 pounds. Number 6. The Laysan duck. This is an extinct species of duck that was found on a single coral atoll in the Indian Ocean. It went extinct in the 19th century due to human activity, but there are still fossils of it on the island of Mauritius. The Laysan duck was white with a grey bill and webbed feet. It looked a lot like a white-throated or greylag goose. The reason why it went extinct is because people kept bringing cats and dogs to the island, and the dogs would hunt the ducks for food. No. 5. Penguins. Penguins are flightless birds that have adapted to life in the water. They are excellent swimmers and divers, but they're not so good at walking on land. They waddle everywhere. All 18 species of penguin are found in the southern hemisphere. Most of them live in Antarctica and on nearby islands. Some penguins can be quite tall. The emperor penguin can grow to be almost 5 feet tall, and the Gentoo penguin can grow to be almost 4 feet tall. The smallest penguin is the little blue penguin. It only grows to be about 16 inches tall. Number 4. Moa. The moa was a large, flightless bird that used to live in New Zealand. It was related to the kiwi and was hunted to extinction by the Maori people. There are several species of moa that are known to science. The moa was 11 feet tall and weighed 300 pounds. That's about the size of a small elephant. It had a long neck and beak and was covered in brown feathers. The moa lived in New Zealand until about 140 years ago. The last moa died in 1480. Number 3. The kakapo is a critically endangered flightless parrot that lives in New Zealand. It's one of the rarest birds in the world, with only 146 individuals left. The kakapo is a nocturnal bird that feeds on fruits and seeds. It's also a very slow breeder and doesn't reach maturity until it's 6 years old. Females only lay one egg every 2 to 4 years. In the past, the kakapo has been hunted by cats and dogs brought to New Zealand by humans. Today, they are protected, and their numbers are slowly increasing. Number 2. Elephant bird. The elephant bird is an extinct species of bird that used to live on the island of Madagascar. It was the heaviest bird that ever lived, weighing up to 1,000 pounds. The elephant bird was about the size of a small elephant. It had a long neck and trunk and was covered in grey skin. The elephant bird went extinct about 136 years ago due to human activity. Now on the dodo. The dodo is probably the most famous extinct bird in the world. It was a large flightless bird that used to live on the island of Mauritius. The dodo went extinct about 168 years ago due to human activity. It was hunted by sailors who arrived on the island. The dodo was big, clumsy, and slow. It couldn't fly, so it was easy prey for humans. Thanks for watching. See you next time.